Selectmen, and Dan, you're up.
Okay, so it was brought to my attention, we came up, I believe it was last Thursday, brought Rob with me, because he knows Trio a little bit better than I do, and, we balanced out a couple things that, weren't processing through at that point the other night with, we were able to balance those out, pulled the trigger, helped her get through, she was at the other end, over the hill and on the other side of the hump, basically, and had to just save the journal and print the bills. That's where we were at. It was, by the time I got back to Portland, she had called 4 times, and that the number she gave me for municipal revenues to help offset included the Betty and the homestead, which they were not supposed to. So therefore, what I'm looking for you guys to do tonight, okay, corrected documents here, that will obviously affect the mill rate, that you voted on last week, so I'm looking for you to rescind the vote. Give you these to review. The other thing that came to my attention, which not here nor there at this point, but the town has been voting up.
Motion to accept the new one, 1362 mill rate.
I make a motion, we accept the 1362 mill rate as written.
I'll second it. All in favor?
This time, because we know, we got so far, we know what the page numbers are, so this should be the final document you guys have to sign. They do have page numbers on there. I just wanna make sure that you get all the signatures where you need. Two on that one, one on the first one, two on that one.
I think the taxes are probably going down. Well, the rate last year was 15 something, but the majority of our assessment is in land, and the land assessment went down, so 10%.
If I may, since I have your corner, I also have some, tree growth applications and letters that need to go out, and, if that's okay to do?
Yep.
Okay. Let's do those first. Run out of hands. Okay, so this is actually a farmland application. When it got printed, oh, it's right there. It's right there. Okay. Pages out of order for me. Wait, maybe this one's a nice one.
Jim?
Yeah.
Jim, could I talk about the family problem here?
Okay.
With tree growth? I gave approximately 10, 12 acre, I forget how many acre piece, to my son, my 2 sons, Kathy's daughter, 2 nieces, 3 nephews, you know, a group of people.
Mm-hmm.
And, the things went along fine with the contact person.
Okay.
Because he's, lives in town and none of the rest of them do. And, so there seems to be a problem because, you know, Ben has to get everybody's signature of that whole group to say that Dan is their agent. This is new.
Basically, with Daniel, I do apologize, because normally I would follow up, I've been right out straight in multiple towns today. But it's a situation where I did kind of tell him, as long as I can find that proof. I mean, I don't disbelieve him, I have to go with what he says.
Mm-hmm.
But I have no evidence that it was ever dropped off. So I'm kind of stuck there. So here I bring up, just for, because I got nothing up here, he did say that he did not keep copies. So it's not something that he could have turned around and like, Ben, I'll get it to you before the meeting tonight. So that's why this is here. But yeah, if you vote to do that, and I don't know how much time we're going to need. I would say.
It'll be written within 3 to 4 weeks, Joe.
I don't know. Honestly, you're talking 9 people, I think it is. Yeah. And,
So going back and forth in the mail and.
we've all got families.
Some of them are right up there, but there's others that are very vague.
We've all got family, and they all have different levels of expertise with the computer. Some can figure out how to get it printed, some can't. It goes back and forth.
Can you take it to a frisbee and throw it?
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah.
Frisbee, throw,
How long's your arm?
whatever you can do, I'd appreciate, or Dan would appreciate. I'm just speaking on his behalf. He might shoot me for doing it, because he's not a kid anymore, and Dad doesn't speak for him, but I was here and I saw this happen, and I said, geez, I got to forward.
And I think it is such a solid process either. So.
Always.
But I don't mind putting this one off. So let's even say till not next week, but let's say 3 weeks from now. Let's see what much progress I can make with him and where we get to go. And I don't know what the answer is going to be.
Okay. So, yeah.
I believe that would be your next meeting, right? Your regular day, what's tonight, tonight's the 18th? Does that fall into, no, you're past Labor Day, I think. Yeah, so
Yeah.
you're Tuesday, so you're good.
Yeah. So I'm hearing a motion that we extend that for the next 3 weeks, see what we get from there.
We make a motion, we extend it, grant him leeway for 3 weeks.
Yeah, I would say give it a
Plug him in.
Sorry, I was gonna meet in a room.
Yeah, I got a question on this tree growth again. He wants to put 238 acres in pasture land,
Yeah, it's farmland, it's not tree growth, but it's farmland.
but it's all trees.
There's still a section in farmland for farm forest.
So that would still apply.
Different rules in tree growth.
Lights on.
We're supposed to have a camera.
Yeah. So what do you think about that,
I don't have a problem with it. It's a very, very grace period used, yeah, because usually they get a year.
Yeah, this, it was renewed in 2014, I think it was, so I know the foresters, I get a lot of foresters giving a lot of bad information. I can request an update for this whenever I need to, you know what I mean? So 8 or 9 that have signed it. All owners for the tree growth will have.
No, I got to sign that.
Yeah, I think it works.
I'm sorry, you didn't,
That works.
you didn't see that part of it. All right.
I got 2 on that one and 2 on the other page, so we're good, right?
I didn't have a sign on that.
Okay, so yeah, I don't know, what the end result, if you guys can help or anything along that line, but I'd definitely rather get it in compliance than anything.
Right.
But I don't also want to be tricky to the taxpayers, so,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah. There's no video.
The camera bag?
A second, we'll pass that one off, so this is a $500 penalty letter that we want to send out, then in non-compliance, I believe actually they've already sent one letter saying, hey, you need to be in compliance by such and such time, gave them 6 months, the deadline's come and gone, so we're assessing, which is part of this paperwork, $500 penalty from the last deadline to come into compliance, or you'll be hit with a second $500 penalty. I mean, these are your legal parameters to start the withdrawal process. This is the same thing, just another person.
This one doesn't see that.
This is the same, basically, you can read down through it. You can comply by February, therefore, they did not comply, therefore, we're assessing the $500 penalty, of course, letter behind it, that we sent.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's already hit a forest on this, so you won't touch that.
No, not that time.
This is a supplement. It'll go to Deb to be processed for $8,710 total. These are the breakdowns right here. So we have had a request from Rise and Shine LLC for a full withdrawal. And then 500, 500. You know what, crap, that's gonna have to change. We can wait on that one. So this is, commitment's been signed, so now we're into the next tax year. We've already got everything balanced in there, it's actually ready to go for the next step. So this would be the first abatement for the new year.
Oh, okay.
If that follows. So this was a homestead exemption. They brought it in before August 1st deadline, according to the governor. But it was too late to start processing the numbers and recalc everything at that point. So at some point, we knew we were gonna have to draw a line in the sand. So it's just $25,000 abatement. They did comply
25,000.
this year. Yeah.
Thank you.
That's all I have, so, we'll readdress the one property that we voted on to extend, and then I will also have the, supplement corrected at that point. I guess at that point, I'll maybe bring up 2 options, so we'll see where we're at with that one. Okay?
All righty.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Pearl Drive, what do you wanna do about that? What do you wanna do?
So this one, let's just take the 3 years, the supplementals, and be done with it. Get it cleared up.
I say the same thing.
Okay.
Take the $11,000. If they don't wanna buy it at $11,000, we can do something different.
Right,
You know, so,
okay.
to me, this is a deal on their part.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
if they complain about this, then we take it.
yeah. All right, you wanna vote on it?
He has written, I second it.
All in favor? Road property. Jay Richards? Okay.
I just wanted to come down and respond to your letter that I just got the other day on Friday, actually, and let you know that I'm able to pay that. I do need just a few days to bring the money to you. I have, $1,600 that I can bring in on, $1,800 that I can bring in on a Friday, and I need like a week to get the rest of it. I'm busy, I'm working every day, 7 days a week, and it won't be an issue. Neither will the October taxes this year. I'm all set.
So you're gonna pay $33,000?
I'm gonna pay, the one that you sent me was for $3,600 for 2019. The one,
Ain't gonna happen.
let me see, I have a letter here. Maybe I did read it wrong.
Yeah, 33,271.72 is
Total $35.94. I'll just see if that's okay. But I have a very profitable situation in the land. And I can take care of this entire balance within this year. I'm confident. I have a registered caregiver at my property. I went to the state of Maine and spoke with Ginger that runs the program. And I'm gonna be able to get this taken care of, possibly by October any good. So now these people, this married couple and this other gentleman, have been doing it for 7.5 or 8 years. They have a network of people that when they're done, they go to them and they sell it and they go to Florida for the winter every year. And, the other gentleman that I'm working with up there has been doing it for years and years and years. And, this is the way out. This is how I get that. I completely understand. But
Well, we want you to understand where we're coming from too.
absolutely, no one else would have put up with this. You've been very good about it. I feel.
But as far as applying it to 2019 or 2018, ain't gonna happen.
No, and the other side of
I can, I think I can. And you know what? I did a worst case scenario. Even if these, I know you don't want to know details, but even if these plants don't come out perfectly, people still make this medical oil out of them that has value that's not quite as good, but I ran those numbers yesterday, and I came up with at least $30,000.
I don't know how you guys feel, you know, how I
You
think.
big time today.
Yep, thank you.
All right, last thing, David Strock wants some microphones. And,
Well, I've been watching the video. It's tough to hear you guys. I think it's tough to hear the planning board. So I just asked Danielle if she could look into the audio video.
Work,
it worked, it was a good cheap trial, I mean, I think that's what it was, and it worked out pretty good at the time.
But I actually came for the planning board
Okay.
request to you guys to see if you ask Wes to do a level set on nature's wilderness about compliance, and if you had any questions about what we were asking.
Would you, so?
Yep. Yep, I'm speaking with Gary, I was just,
Yeah.
I'm not opposed to all the compliance list. I'm compliant, so I have nothing to fear with a check from Wes of any kind. The only thing I would like to say is, I don't know why I'm singled out. We should check current CUPs, like the new garage we just put in, everything else too. If you're gonna do it to me, I have no problem with it. Let's do it to other people too.
Yeah, I think for the board, because you're coming back, it's a little different, and just the sheer size of your project. I mean, if they had put in the, pellet mill,
Yeah.
we do the exact same thing.
Yeah,
Are there logs there, you know? I mean,
I think too, with this, with the campground, this is uncharted territory, we've never had a campground in town before, so it's,
and, Wes, if you have any questions about it, you can always reach out to me, don't hesitate to do that. we've got a lot of stuff. The planning board has been as busy as I've ever seen it, since I've been on the board for 50
Solar
years,
panels
something like
coming
that,
up.
yeah. It's never been busier, so, you know, the, growth permit application issue, that's probably gonna start coming into play this year.
Really?
There's probably, how many building permits do you have?
I have created a chart on that. In the past 5 or 6 years, I've done 8 or 9 houses, I'm up to 13 right now.
Yeah,
And I could imagine another 3, at least another 3 by the close of the year.
yeah,
So it's double.
you know, things that have some toxicity to them, and we have to think about, if somebody else hasn't already, then we have to think about what's gonna happen.
Yeah,
And, you know, I think we talked about it with the folks, with the folks who went into, Estes, no, not Estes, Myatis.
yeah.
We talked to him about what happens, and he said that they take the panels back out when the useful life is done. And he said it doesn't happen all at once because they fail